Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We have a full program for you all today. What we're going to do is we're going to start with an excerpt from the videotaped satellite broadcast that we had. I think it was around the 22nd of November. And what we're going to show you is about a 15-minute clip from that videotape that was broadcast live throughout the United States, where we had over 3,000 people viewing it. In addition, we sent out, I think it was about 50-plus videotapes themselves, and it will be viewed at other sites by an additional 3,000 people. At the same time, it was broadcast live by KTV, Kaleidoscope TV. They interrupted their regularly scheduled programming to show this. So what we'd like to do now is show you a little bit of that videotape. Then I'll be back to introduce Bob for the length of service certificate presentations. Videotape, please.
In Kansas. And that question is, what person or people influenced you the most in your life?
Really, there have been many people who have influenced my life in a very positive way. First of all, my mother. She was a very strong person. My mother didn't have much education, and we weren't well-to-do, but she was a very strong person, great character, taught me honesty and many positive things, and she still finds an important role in my life now. And when I was in school, I had wonderful teachers, both hearing and deaf. And they took a personal interest in me and encouraged me, provided help and impressed upon me. Although I was deaf, I didn't know what deaf people do when they grow up. And I found that they were successful professionals. And I copied their example and decided to establish high goals for myself because of that influence. It was wonderful people.
Wow, you did set high goals, and you've been a wonderful example to us. I'm wondering, you've talked a little bit about this. What do you think of the term role model? And do you consider yourself a role model?
Well, I actually hope I am a role model because I was influenced in the most positive way that those people that I consider role models. But a person who's not a role model, just because of what he is, has to really want to help other people, want to influence others and help people. And I have tried to do that in my own life. I've tried to establish a good example for other people. And the best way to teach people is by seeing good, successful efforts. And people learn from that. And that's the way I learned myself.
We have, I'm excited to say, an audience question from Victor.
Hi, Dr. Davila. How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
That's good. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Victor Medina. I'm from San Diego, California, same hometown as you are. You are deaf and Hispanic, as I am. Your first language that you learned to speak was Spanish. The second language you learned was English and then sign language. Could you tell me about the philosophy of communication that you hold?
Well, Victor, I'm happy to try to do that. I learned Spanish because that was the only language spoken at home. My brothers and sisters spoke to each other in Spanish. Remember, I could hear from the age of 8, and we spoke Spanish. All I recall is my Spanish music. I don't recall much English spoken music. And then when I attended school, it was, I saw sign language and realized it was sign English, not sign Spanish. And I learned from that more and more English, and started using less Spanish in my life, but more English and more sign language in my life. And then at the age of 13 and 14, I no longer really thought in Spanish language and primarily thought in the English language. I think I was able to learn English as well as I did because I already had a strong language background. I learned Spanish at a very young age and was able to make the connection to sign language, and that helped me develop a third language through that process. So my philosophy, which the question posed, was important to learn as much communication in whatever method works. Now, it's important to keep in mind that all of us must learn English. It's so important so that we can live very comfortably with more than just one language, be it sign language and English. You can function well in that way.
I suspect that the music is better in Spanish anyway. So you're lucky.
I hope so.
Good beat. We do have another question from the students of the Western Pennsylvania School for the Deaf. What will your duties be as the new deaf vice president of NTID? What's your job?
I'm afraid many, many.
I'm afraid there are many, many duties. But really, I am the chief officer for NTID, and I serve on the management team for the whole university, all of RIT. But I have the special responsibility of managing and seeing that NTID meets its goals by providing excellent education to deaf people. So I am involved in the management of NTID, but at the same time I'm involved in the management of the whole university. And that gives NTID access to all the services possible at the university. And I like that arrangement. My personal involvement with the leader of RIT is very encouraging, and I feel very comfortable, in this experience.
I understand that you have already traveled a lot and haven't really had the opportunity to enjoy the weather here. But you're also very, very visible in the government, and you will be representing NTID to the government. Is that correct?
Right. In fact, one of the important strengths that I bring to my duties here is that I have 4 years of experience in a high-level government position, and I've learned the federal system. I've learned how Congress works and how the Department of Education itself works. And in my past experience, those things will help me connect to the government in a way that is important to NTID because we are federally funded. So we have to have that relationship, and I feel very comfortable working in that relationship.
Your background and experience is really important because all of us know that times are changing, and to have someone within the position who is well known, both among the deaf community and the hearing community, is wonderful. I want to let you know that there were some students who couldn't be with us today. And so we're really pleased. Because of technology, we're able to bring a videotape segment of a wonderful student who wanted to extend her own personal congratulations. We're ready to roll a tape.
Hi, I'm Roberta Mather. I'm from Chevy Chase, Maryland. Now I'm a professional and technical communication major. My parents both graduated from here. Now my mom is a college professor. My dad is a lawyer. Both are successful. I know I'll be successful like them. Why? Because I'm here. And I know that students who come to NTID at RIT will really succeed because we have that magic formula. Dr. Davila.
Roberta's special. I'm sorry she couldn't be with us today, but I'm happy that she could join us through technology. We have a couple of questions that were sent in by Pfeiffer Elementary School in San Antonio, Texas. They have a couple of questions. I'm going to give them to you one at a time, okay? What are your goals in deaf education and in general, and specific to NTID?
I think that NTID has done a wonderful job preparing young deaf people for jobs. That's so important. Without a job, a person can't be independent. And So it's important that we help deaf people develop the knowledge, skills, and abilities they need to have to succeed in the world of work. And it has been NTID's goal for many years, and that remains an important goal. It cannot change. The expectation for myself is that I will come here and find new ways which we can improve our already successful record of providing assistance to young deaf people. So I want to maintain and explore different ways by which we can improve our programs and help young deaf people access different careers here at NTID.
Do you see yourself having an impact on deaf education also before NTID in your role?
Yes. Staff members, teachers and staff members at NTID hold two roles. First, they teach the deaf. They have to be knowledgeable in developing approaches to teaching young deaf people. In addition to that, they must have their skills in different fields of study so they can combine both efforts to help deaf people gain the knowledge needed to succeed in the world of work. Most of our young deaf people, or a large percentage of them, will work in the hearing world once they leave here.
San Antonio, Texas still. Let's see. What will you do to encourage parents to become involved in their deaf child's education?
That is very, very important. I can't tell you how strongly I feel that without family support, the difficulties that young deaf people face to succeed, they must become involved from the first day the child is born. And school programs all across the country are developing programs that include families. Once a deaf person grows up and comes to NTID, that cannot end the family involvement with the student. It must continue. And as the leader of NTID, I intend to look at different ways how we can involve the family support to help our young deaf people succeed.
Wonderful. Okay. We now have a question from our audience from Dowena.
Hello, Dr. Davila. My name is Dewana Painter. I'm from the Rochester School for the Deaf. I'm curious. I know before you worked at the Fanwood School for the Deaf. Now you work at NTID. Could you please explain the difference between working in the diverse environments?
In some ways, the two schools are similar, but in other ways, they're very different. For example, here, we work with students who are 18 years and old. They are considered adults, and they have much more freedom to make important decisions for themselves related to their futures. So we try to help them make the best possible decision. Whereas in the schools, you have a different kind of program. Basically, it's the same responsibility to help young people establish goals for themselves. But the management, to be an administrator at the school, the responsibilities are very different, yes. Here we're in a college or university setting. Many more people are involved here in a college or university as compared to a smaller school. But the basic goals are the same, to help young people to gain the knowledge and abilities that they need to have later when they're adults.
Thank you. And I'm pleased we have another audience question from Vaughn.
Hi, my name is Ron Rude. Dr. Davila, I'd like to ask you, I know that you've traveled outside of the United States and you've met different people along your travels. What is life like for deaf people outside of the United States?
That's a very good question. You're right. I have traveled extensively. For example, last summer, I went to the country of Japan to visit the schools for the deaf and to present in front of a variety of deaf groups there. One thing that I've noticed over the past 20 years is that deaf people all over the world are being influenced by the American example of deaf empowerment, where we're becoming more independent and speak for ourselves and are able to advocate for ourselves. We gain wonderful opportunities for education and work in our life experiences, and we're sharing that experience and knowledge with other deaf people all over the world. So I think that deaf people all over the world are really becoming more empowered. They are making progress and improving their lives, and we support them in that.
I think that's true, that deaf people today are much more empowered than long ago. I mean, technology changes the world so fast. We have a special message from another, the College Bowl videotape segment that we want to share with you right now. We've invited Dr. Davila to join the winning team, and you'll see why.
Hi, my name is Eddie Bart.
My name is Tim Stewart, and I'm from Ardmore, Oklahoma.
And I'm from Arlington, Texas. We're both on the NTID College Bowl team. And this summer, we went to Portland, Oregon for the National Association of the Deaf convention. And we won. The College Bowl is an academic competition, very exciting, similar to game shows like Jeopardy!
Welcome, Dr. Davila, to the winning team here at NTID.
Ciao, NTID. Nice to be here at the RPI. It's about the 6th or 7th time I've been here now. Been about the 70 years maybe since I've been last time. My name is Father Guido Sarducci, for those of you who don't know me. I got with me my interpreter, Brother Umberto Smith. Actually, he was born in Palermo. His real name was Umberto Scungili. But he moved to the United States, he Americanized his name. Member of the Brothers of a Perpetual Emotion. Anyway, the reason I'm here today, I got invited special to come, do a little surprise for Bob Davila. Where is he anyway? There he is, over there. Do a little surprise for him, because I got the information on Bob from the Vatican Intelligence Agency. I know you people here at RIT have a history with intelligence agencies. But your intelligence agency has got nothing over my intelligence agency. You know, for years they've been telling you what you say in confessional is a private, it's not the true. Priest on the other side, he's sitting there with a little computer, you know. You say I stole a car, he punches in, comes up on the computer, 2,500 Our Fathers, you know. You say maybe you write in, I lied on my Vita for promotion, 2,750 Our Fathers. Maybe you put down I cheat on my IRS form, one Our Father come up. Anyways, that information goes into the Vatican Intelligence Agency. We got the poop on everybody, including Bob Davila. And the truth is that you don't know where we are. We could be sitting right next to you right now, you know. Right to Vincent Danielle? He's one of our special agents. Well, anyways, what I'd like to do, I'd like to show you a couple of slides I got. Top secret, the slides. You all know Bob, he comes from San Diego. And then he goes to school in Berkeley, California. You know, there's a long history of gangs out there, you know, the Crips and the Bloods. Well, Bob was a member of the first deaf gang in Berkeley, California. In fact, he was the leader of that gang. I got the picture of Bob with his gang members. Can you show me the slide? The only problem they had is nobody taking them seriously, you know? I got the surprise for Bob. It's the woman who got him out of the gang. Bob hasn't seen her now for probably 45 or 50 years. She's a nun. She teaches Bob religious instructions, get him on a straight and a narrow path. And she's been in a nursing home in Palermo, you know, the nursing home for incontinent and incoherent nuns. And she came all the way with me on the airplane. We had to get a train. She'd take the little train to the little boat place, come across to Italy, train up to Rome, hop onto the plane with me. We come over together. She was a little bit nervous, but she's dying to see Bob. So I'd like to ask you all, please, big round of applause, a big welcome for Bob's religious instruction teacher from Berkeley, California. First time he's seen her in maybe 40 years now is Sister Maria Ciucci. Excuse me. What's going on? What's the matter? Ah, manege, I told you, don't let her near the grappa. She's a drunk again. What an embarrassment. What I'm going to say, Bob is all excited. I'm going to have to, okay, look, I'll make excuses. I have to apologize. Sister Chucha, she took too much medicine. She can't come on the stage. So I apologize for that. But maybe she'd be available for reception after. So really sorry, Bob. You'll see her maybe later. We were going to wheel her out to here and show Bob everything. But anyway, the guys are really smooth, you know. You see them on the videotape, look like NTID infomercial, you know. I was ready to dial in and, you know, pay some money. Okay, can I have a second the slide, please? Second the slide. That's the first slide. Come on, Nedge. Second the slide. You know, it's really... this guy, he's the director of your center for... I think it's time for a new director, you know. Number 2, second the slide. That's a 1. Okay. Some people think this is a recent slide. It's really not. It's a very old slide. We had to colorize it. Bob is from San Diego, you know, in California. Love of the beach. Every time you get a chance, you go to the beach. And in fact, that's where he met his wife, Donna, was at the beach. This is the day he met his wife, Donna, at the beach in San Diego. How could you not fall in love with this guy, huh? When you look at that, you say, this guy, he's got no pride at all, you know? Anyway, Bob was floating around on the beach, and Donna, she's come walking by, you know. So he looks up right away. Bob always had a sense of a good thing. He sees Donna, says, man, she's really nice.
So he jumps up out of the water, walks over to Donnie. He says, what are you doing? He says, I'm reading a book. And Bobby says, what kind of book are you reading? She says, I'm reading a book about the men. Bob said, that's pretty interesting. What kind of things you learn, for example? She said, okay, I ask you 2 questions. Bob said, okay. First, the question she asked, she says it to Bob. Who's the most romantic of all men? Bob thinks for a few minutes. Doesn't take him long. He says, of course, a French man. She looked at the Bob. She says, no. She says, the most romantic of all men. A lot of people don't know. Is a Native American man. Bob says, that's interesting. And then she says, okay, who's the most macho of all men? Bob knows this answer right away. He says, of course, Mexican man, you know. She says, no. He's a Jewish man. So then she says, by the way, my name is Donna. What's your name? He stick out his hand and his fingers spell, my name is Tonto Goldberg. Okay. His ability and facility with his use of words and of the truth has served him well when he go into the Department of Education. And we figure probably serve you well here at the NTID. Anyway, it's been nice to be here. It's really wonderful to have a nice guy like Bob coming to NTID. Bob has a civil engineering in his family. I don't know how many people know this, but both of his sons are civil engineers. And what I found out, I go into the basement of the Vatican, I dig through some old records, and his great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, his name was Chichi de Villa. He was an advisor to Pope Urban I. He's the guy who recommended to the Pope and then did the foundation work on the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Well, anyway, look, it's true. I don't know if I told you about Umberto here, but he came to the United States early in his life, and he learned to be a sign language interpreter. Sometimes he has a little problem with English. Show him some, Umberto, show some Italian signs. Show him some Italian signs. You know. Anyway, look, I got to go, but before I go, I'm going to introduce you your new Vice President, Bob de Villa. Nice guy, wonderful to have him here. Great to know him. Come on up, Bob.
That was great. I don't know where those pictures came from. You remember seeing them? And it shows that people here know where to go when they have to. Great. Makes my job easier when I know they know where to go and what to do. I had the easiest and most pleasant job this afternoon. You know that last 2 months ago, we had a special ceremony where people who have served in the RIT community for a long time were recognized for their long service. And people get certificates, some for 30 years of service, 25, so forth. It reflects very, very positively on an institution when it can show that people enjoy their work there and they stay. And longevity here at the NTID as well as throughout RIT. Really very positive, very impressive. I want to go through an exercise and make sure that we recognize people who have served in the NTID and RIT communities for a long time. Some of the people whose names I will call already received their certificates, but nevertheless, I want them to come again, come up to that aisle here. I want you to give them a hand and thank them for their service to NTID. Really pleased to do this. It's a great and pleasant responsibility to have. We have one person who has served 30 years at NTID. That is Frank Argento. Is he here? Frank Argento. Don't tell me Frank is shy again. All right, he's not here. Okay. See you when you come up for 35-year certificate, Frank. 25 years, we have several people who have served here 25 years. In fact, we have a fairly good number of them. Jane Bolduc. Jane Bolduc. Jim DeCaro. Beverly Denard. Beverly Denard. Here she comes. Beverly Denard. You already received your certificate, but anyway, that's a good work to take. Maryland Farmer. Maryland Farmer. Alan Hurwitz. He's out of town. James Jensen. James Jensen. Jackie Kelly. Thank you very much. Thank you. We appreciate your service. Harry Lang. Thanks again, Harry. Thank you. Bob Moore. Bob Moore. Thank you for all you do. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jack Slatsky. Slatsky. Al Smith. Sharon Stevenson. Sharon Stevenson. She's already received her certificate. Sharon. Okay. Jerry R. J. Singer. R.J. Singer. R.J. Singer. Jerry. 20 years of service now. We have good a number of people who serve here 20 years. Mary Louise Basil. Joanne De Roller. Shirley Doney. Elizabeth Ewell. Appreciate your service. Barbara Holcomb. Thank you again for your great service. Baba Keeper. Richard Leroy. Thank you very much. Carol Bateman. Larry Queensland. Gail. Gail Rotherman Marshall. Thank you very much. Thank you. Walter Strong. Paul Taylor. William Wallace. Bill Wallace. Bill. W. Hank Wallace. Okay, I got it straight now. Thank you. Thank you very much. 15 years now, 15 years. John Amon. John Amon. No. Shirley Baker. Shirley Baker. Thank you again. Diane Brooks. Diane Brooks. 5 years. Thank you. Thank you. And Noreen Chesterton. Chesterton. Joy Daskin. Joy Daskin. Gail Gabriel. Gail Gabriel. Joanne Helmick. Helmick. Thank you again. Okay, I speed it up after. Janet McLeod, Gallinger, 15 years. Baba Menschel, 15 years. You were 20. Steve Nelson. Steve Nelson. Beverly Nowell. Joyce Pemberton. Dan Pike. Jeff Porter. Dixie Reber. Thank you very much for your service. Lorelei Reed. Larry Scott. Mike Survey. Mike, great. Thanks again. Maria Shustorevic. Kathleen Smith. Kathleen Smith. Thank you again for all you do. Carol Stackless. Carol Stackless. Thank you again, Carol. Josara Walber. Josara Walber. 10 years now. William Anilowski. Cynthia Barrett. Cynthia Barrett. Jerry Bateman. Jerry Bateman. Thank you very much. Joan Carr. Joan Carr. Catherine Clark. Catherine Clark. Kathleen Derrick. Thank you very much. Joni Dowling Kerr. Joni Dowling Kerr. Karen Finch. Thank you very much for all you do. Ken Pintan. Ken Pintan. Melinda Harper. Melinda Harper. My pleasure. Congratulations. Jennifer Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick. David Crone. David Crone. Bill Lavig. Thank you very much. Sydney Long. Sydney Long. Eloise Oi Zan. Oi Zan. Linda Rubel. Rubel. Bill Radnicki. Dorothy Wilkins. Geraldine Yuna. Again, thank you very much. I've had it 5 years. A.B. Abrams. Jerry Buckley. Jerry Buckley. Thanks. Jennifer Gravitz. Thank you very much. Diane Gross. Lori Harris. And Heinz. That's you again. Good to see you. Sarah Jacobs. Lola Johnston. Mary Kitzel. Kathleen Long. Kate Long. Thank you again. David McCluskey. John Oliver. Thank you again, John. Good job. Stacy Pierce. Thank you again. Patricia Ralloway. John Reed. John Reed. Billy Reed out. Billy Reed out. Matt Searles. Matt Searles. Don Tower Dubois. Kathy Dyson. Catherine Widland. Hope Williams. I think she's in my computer. I sent her an email an hour ago. Corey Wilson. That completes the list. Very impressive list. Very impressed with the number of people who have served here for so long. We'll finish 6 months at the end of this month. It's a long way to go before I come up here and get anything. But thank you to all of you for all the great things you have done for NTID and continue to do and will continue to do. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce Patrick Graybill, and John Albertini for the night before Christmas.
"'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were all snuggled tight in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced through their heads, and Mamma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an object, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop his coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then at a twinkle, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler, just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stub of a pipe he held tight in his teeth. The smoke had encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. And I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Patrick, John, wonderful. Now, Ricky Smith, alum of our college, will do a special holiday mime for us. Ricky?
to interpret for the mime. NTID and everyone here has a special place in my heart. I am not the only student, a graduate from here, but many of you also graduated from here. Happy holidays.
Jolly old man himself, Saint Nick.
So this is NTID. Huh. I waited a long time to get here. Good group. They've all been good. All good boys and girls. And you? Have you been good? Oh, I see you. Have you been good? I want to wish you all. What? You say I've lost something? Oh, dear. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to go out into the street and enjoy some time together. I'll be there. See you right out there.